If you're watching this video, you are in one of several situations. You are in so much debt that you can't even breathe. You're stuck at a job that you have no interest in. You're in relationships that are toxic and negative. Or you have no purpose in your life and you're lost. A lot of us out there, we're stuck without purpose, without passion, without desire, without any guidance at all on what we need to do to help ourselves and where we need to go for our life. We want to be happy. We want to be safe. We want to be rich. We want to be loved. Yet all these things seem so far away. And we just cannot understand how to start the journey to get a life to a place to where we can actually feel joy and peace. That is a lot of people out there. And that's a lot of people watching this video right now. What do you do when things are so bad, when things are so difficult, when nobody's in your life, when everyone's turning their back on you, when things are so purposeless that you have no direction and you're walking every day like a zombie or some kind of machine? What do? There's a couple things that you can do, and we're going to talk about that. Every single thing you want to do in your life starts here. It needs to start here. It has to start here. If it doesn't start here, you're doing it wrong. You need to find self-fulfillment. You need to find a way to love yourself, to appreciate yourself, to identify who you are, to find things that you enjoy doing. And once you find things you enjoy doing, you do those things. And the more you do those things, you'll feel better about what you have going on in your life. Because now you're filling your life with things that are giving you joy without the intervening of any other people involved. It is you. It always needs to start with you. Once you've been able to start with yourself, whether that's working out, a hobby, whatever you want to do, a business, you're an entrepreneur, it needs to start with you, that purpose and that feeling. Without it starting with you, you're not going to be able to give to people. You're not going to be able to provide in terms of your emotions and heart and security to people. It has to start with you. Find what you like. Find what you love. Find what you enjoy. And once you've found it, do not be afraid to go for it. Do not be deterred based off of what people might think, based off of what people might have an opinion about in their head about you. That doesn't matter. You're chasing and you're going, and you need to get what you need to get in order to find purpose in this life. And once you've done that, whatever it is, once you've done that, now you maintain that and you be consistent at that. And from that consistency of you doing the things you enjoy over and over on a day-to-day basis, you will build discipline. Discipline is very important. We need discipline. Discipline provides us with organization, a schedule, things to look forward to, things that are non-negotiable in our life. And once you have non-negotiables in your life, you are now involving yourself in things that are about you and things that you appreciate. And that is how you start to appreciate yourself. And once you do this, you can take that discipline and apply it to your money. Let's solve the debt issue now. I have debt, student loan debt, 100 grand. I need to make money so I can pay this off and live good without the worry of bills every single month. I gotta grind. I have to shut down. I have to stop going out. I have to cut out toxic people out of my life. I have to make sure that my focus is on this one goal, because if I get this out of the way, if this is out of my life, then that's a big, massive weight off my shoulders. There's less worry. There's less stress. There's less things for me to think about when that end of the month comes where bills are paid. We start that journey. How do you do that? You put in the work. Whatever work it is that you need to do to get the money that you need to get legally, you do it. You want to further your career? Keep on hustling. You want to build a business, a bookstore, whatever, some kind of online e-commerce? You do it. You try and you continue. You're not going to succeed right away. The first month's going to suck. Second's going to suck. Fourth month, dead. You're going to have a lot of time where you're going to be working for free. working for the hope of the future. But if you maintain that consistency, and if you keep at it, and if you do not deviate from the path in the plan, you're going to get to the point to where things are going to start to churn for you. At work, this job you dislike, but you need it because you need to pay off some loans. You're working hard. You're hustling. You're in it. You'll be recognized. Once you're recognized, maybe a bump in salary, a bump in bonus, maybe a promotion. You keep at it. Maybe you have a hobby, a passion, a dream. Maybe you want to open some kind of business, physical business, some kind of indoor playground for kids. You save your money towards that dream and you make that happen. You find a way to add to your money. You do that. Once you've been able to add to your money, now you start. Every single month, extra payments. Extra payments. It's going to take time. It is going to take time. But we've been able to build the discipline and the consistency in the first step because we were able to find the joy and the love and the passion in things that we actually like to do, that things bring us joy and happiness. And from consistently doing these things, we've been able to build the discipline and consistency needed to do the hustling part of the work, to kill off any debt that we may have. It's going to take years, but that is now the focus. You're working hard. You're doing it. You're out here. You're focused. We're not going out. We're not wasting time. We don't have toxic people in our life that's going to waste space in our head. We are focused, and we're intentional, and we're direct, and we're going to work really hard for the next 2 to 5 years, and we're just going to go all towards this one goal. Maybe you want to pay off your mortgage. Maybe it's not as big as 100 grand. Maybe it's a credit card, 5 grand. That's going to take you less time. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you focus and make sure that you are intentional about getting that done. Now, we've been able to build discipline. We've been able to free up our mind from the worry about cash and debt. Now let's focus on the most important part. Connection with people. Connection with people. People need people. And without people, ultimately, what is the point? Sharing experiences, being able to live life, being able to do things you want to do, but do them with people that you want to share those experiences with. Now you are the kind of person that understands yourself a bit better. You are the kind of person that brings consistency and discipline. You are the kind of person that has found joy and happiness within themselves without any need for any other human interaction. You've done that. Now you can go out there. And when people see that, and when people feel that, and when you speak about what you do and who you are, you're going to be attractive. Not in a pure physical sense, but just as a person and who you are. You will speak, and you will talk, and you'll interact, and you'll socialize, and you'll meet people. And from these connections of meeting people and being out there, because now you have the confidence needed in order to be the best version of yourself mentally, then you start to build healthy relationships. There's no need for you to beg. You are not desperate. You just hustle really hard by yourself for months, for years. Now you want some good people who can have your back, and you build those relationships. But you don't build them before you build yourself. You need to come first, always. And now we're doing that. We are building relationships. We are building connections. We're building friendships. We are mending family relationships that might have died, because now we understand a bit more about ourselves. Now we are here. Now we are arriving. Now we need to focus on other things. Finding a purpose. Finding the ultimate purpose. We have consistency and discipline. We have freed our mind from the worry of debt and struggle in money because we work really hard to pay it off. And now we have some good people in our life. What is your purpose now? What is going to keep you going to make sure that you keep these things in your life going? What is it going to be? What do you want to do? Do you want to be an athlete? Want to go play basketball? Do you want to open a franchise? Do you want to start a family? What is the purpose? Why are you here? Why do you exist? You need to understand that question. That answer will only come from spending time with yourself. And once the answer comes to you of why am I here? Am I here to be a great dad? Am I here to be a great business owner? Am I here to just volunteer and be involved in charities? Once you've found that missing piece is what's going to give you absolute fulfillment. This fulfillment that you're going to feel is beyond anything that you will get from your 9 to 5. It's going to be beyond anything in terms of what you do for yourself, because that last point of your purpose, you are doing something for other people. You are doing something that's going to benefit other people's lives. Because other people are out here. Maybe they don't have the will and the fortitude like you did to do what you just did. But you have the ability to help and communicate. You have the ability to volunteer. You have the ability to maybe open a business that might have you be introduced to people that where you can have these conversations. Whatever you want to do. Now we're at the point to where we are finding our purpose and we can finally think and focus on that, because we've removed a lot of the worry that we had before. And once you don't have those same worries, and once you are no longer tied to those same vices that held you back, your focus can be on things that really matter, which is assisting and being there. We're never going to forget about ourselves. We always have to come first. Regardless of what you have going on in your life or who you have going on in your life, number one is going to always be you. Because if you don't check yourself, and if you are not good, and if you are not making sure that you have what you need in order to live and exist and survive and thrive, then how are you going to be helpful to people? How are you going to be helpful to your family? How are you going to be able to build connections with your friends? Has to be number one, you. And you continue that. And now you're a good person. And all the issues you've had in your life before, toxic people, bad relationships, poor, debt, purposeless, you've been able to understand that this is a step-by-step process. You've been able to figure out that there's no way that I can go from 0 to 1,000,000 miles. I can't jump 1,000,000 miles in one step. I need to make sure that I'm intentional and I'm taking my time. And that is what we do. We identify what we need and we execute every single day. Every single day. Whatever we do needs to be towards our purpose and goals. And once you keep doing that from the discipline consistency that's been built, you're going to find your purpose. You're going to find your people. And you're going to find your why. Without it, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck. You're going to be 40 years old, 50 years old, 70 years old with nothing but regret. Nothing but looking back at the past. Saying that I wish I did this, and I wish I did that, and I wish I didn't mess this up. There's going to be so many things in your head that you're going to be able to look back on, and you're going to live without any fulfillment because you just did not do it right. It wasn't a step-by-step process to where you were patient with the process. Life is not simple, but life can be somewhat easy. It can be easy if you make it easy. It can be easy if you're intentional about getting done what you need to get done. Without intent, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nothing. And if you are nothing, and if you are doing nothing, then your life will mean nothing. So don't make your life mean nothing. Make it mean something for yourself and for your people. That's important. Let's work. Let's keep at it. Let's be intentional. And let's never stop. Get it?